挖面，还没有生，
你还没有发短光啊？
还没有。
那我就叫你整理做掉好了。我现在才平放的。
不懂啊。Alright, guys, welcome. Alright, welcome back to the New York stream, New York session. It's 8:30, 9 o'clock now. Uh, US will US session will only open at 9:30 because of the daylight saving, right? So today there's not much news to look out for the US pair. So we might expect a lesser volume. Okay, for now, let's take a look on gold. Okay, let's see what we can get on gold here. Alright, so basically I have my buy zone and also my sell zone, which is here. Alright, so the top one here would be a sell zone and this would be a buy zone. So my sell zone is quite big, but if you look at the price, it actually respected the zone, right? It just leave the 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 candle wick out of the zone, but the candle is still in the zone. You know, it didn't close above, so it still respected this area. Okay, so we'll see what we can get. Um, for gold at the moment, I'm expecting gold to actually break this zone, right? To come down here and make a retest, and then we can continue to sell. So I'm looking at this support now. Okay, so I'm actually looking at this support right now. So I'm expecting gold to break this structure here. So then when it make a retest, then we can actually look for sells. Okay, so for gold, there's not much at the moment. If we move on to the 1 hour, okay, so this is the 1 hour chart. Okay, so if you refine your zone at the 1 hour, it's still in the zone, right? So you pull all the way to the left and you can see that this is all a resistance area, broken, right? Became a support, and broken again. Okay, so we are expecting a much more movement here. So if the price were to go up to this zone here, and if there's a confirmation, yeah, then we can place a sell. We can place a sell. So we wait for gold to give us more confirmation before we take this trade. Okay, let's move on to other pairs first. GBP USD, British Pound Dollar. Okay, 4 hour time frame. The line is a bit slow at my area here. I think it's because of the rain today. So the internet's a bit it's not working as I want it to be. Just give me a minute, yeah. Okay, we're back. So this is the 4 hour. So like I said yesterday in my live, uh, the GBP USD pair it's nowhere near the support or the resistance, right? So it's in the middle. It's just nowhere that you want to trade. So anywhere in between these two zones, right? I'd suggest you not to take any trades because there's no solid confirmation whether the price is going to go up or go down. So for this particular pair, we got to wait probably a few more days. On the 4 hour time frame, if there's no news impact or whatever, then maybe you're looking at next week to get a much more solid entry. So GBP USD for now, there's not much to look at. Let's move on to USD JPY. It's still haven't triggered my alarm, right? So if you see this black line here, right, this is the price that I like, you know, for the current price to actually trigger, but it did not trigger. So it's only 30 pips away, so it did not trigger. So we'll just wait and see if the price still respect this zone. Okay, Euro USD. So actually Euro USD yesterday I didn't take this trade because there's no solid confirmation that it gives me, you know. Like I said, I'm expecting it to take out this low, right? So it did take out the low, but if you look closely here, this low it did not take out, right? It only take out when, you know, it only start taking out this low around this price point here. It did a small retracement, right? And it just came down a little bit and it went all the way up. So I did not take this trade because there's not much of a solid confirmation for me to get into it. But nonetheless, it still respected the zone, right? So if you look here, if you look at this zone here, it's still respected. It's still in, the price is in the zone and it came down from all the way from the top. It actually have 54 pip. So it's still in. If you were to look at the 4 hour time frame, you would want it to take out all these lows here. The lowest one would be here, right? So when the price breaks below here, it retests, then you can start shorting it all the way down. Probably you're looking at this target, at this support. Yeah, something like this. Okay, so Euro USD, let's just hold on to it first. Just keep a close eye because it's not too far away from the current price. It's only like 20 pips away. So let's just wait and let the price play out. The New York session will open at 9:30 due to the daylight saving. So there's another 24 minutes. So we'll see if the New York session actually give a pump down, and if it breaks below, then we can look for sales. Okay, so the pound dollar, same thing goes for the pound dollar. It did not trigger my alarm here, right? It did not trigger. So there's no trades that I'm going to get into for GBP JPY. Okay, NZD JPY. So NZD JPY yesterday I did not do any analysis, right? So let's try to do an analysis for NZD JPY today. Let's just check and see if there's any news tomorrow. So tomorrow in the morning, Malaysian time, yeah, at 5:45 AM, there's a CPI for the New Zealand dollar, right? So if there's an opportunity given now, and if we take this trade, then we have to look out for tomorrow morning's news, because probably you might want to hold on to the trade up to tomorrow, right? if it hits TP today, and if there's an opportunity and it goes all the way to the TP before tomorrow, then it's a good thing. Okay, so we'll just do some analysis now. Just give me a minute. I'll explain to you guys why my analysis, why I mark it at that specific area. Yeah. Okay, so basically I'm taking this resistance here, right? It did not trigger over here, but it's still a resistance, right? So if we zoom out all the way, you can see on the 4-hour time frame that the New Zealand NZD JPY pair, it's going up slowly, right? So we'll look at the daily to see what we can get. So if you zoom out on the daily chart, so basically you will look at something like this, right? It's just going all the way up, right? So for now, we can expect that the New Zealand yen pair is on an uptrend, right? But if there's a downtrend, then that's where you have to keep an eye to see if that trade is going to work out or not. Okay, we have a few minor spots. There's one here. Okay, there's one here. So if you were to trade between this range, it's still very far away. So there's another support over here which it respected throughout this range, right? So it actually it's up by almost 20 pips, but this one, yeah, it happened today in the evening at 5 o'clock. So basically we've already missed this trade. A much more aggressive sell will be here. So in between these two range, we can look for entry, but this sell zone up here, it's a much more riskier one, much more if you want to take this trade, if you want to sell it here, you want to buy here, it's going to be slightly risky. So if you can wait, just be patient, then you can get a better price, better entry, and probably you'll get definitely a much more better reward. Okay, so for NZD JPY would be here. I would trade between these two range. Yeah. Okay, AUD USD still the same, nowhere near our support or resistance. Okay, so I'm still waiting for the price to reach either support or my resistance, then I'll make an entry. Okay, AUD JPY. So AUD JPY yesterday I did an analysis which is to take out this low, right? It did happen, retested, came down a little bit, retraced, and it came back down. Much more lower, about 20 pips. Then it retraced back up again. So this is no longer valid. The price is currently very near to the resistance. So if you were to look at the previous candle, this on the 4-hour chart. So this candle here, it's a very strong sell momentum, right? So the body of this candle did not close below this low, right? So it really left a rather long wick behind. and this new candle just retraced. There's another 40 minutes, so we'll see if this candle closes below. If it closes below this low here, then on the 4-hour, a solid close here, then we can look for sales opportunity and eventually target the TP all the way down. So stop loss is we have to see when the market has already given us a structure, right? So the TP will be all the way here. So this will be my take on AUD JPY. But we have to wait for another 40 minutes to see how this candle react. So on the 1 hour, that's definitely a breakout, right? On the 30-minute, the same, definitely. There's also very strong momentum here. Okay, so yep. I'll be looking for sales in a very short while for AUD JPY. But we also have to keep in mind that if you were to take this sell, then you wouldn't want to hold overnight, because overnight the spread will be slightly bigger, right? The spread different, all of you guys use different brokers compared to me, right? So your spread will be bigger during the night time, right? And when the markets open in the morning, sometimes the price doesn't reach your stop loss, but because of the spread it triggers. So we'll see how this one plays out. So I'll be looking for shorting this pair in a very short while more. So we'll just see what happens here. Okay, Euro AUD. Euro AUD is still very far away, right? You can look for buys here. It's going to be very, very aggressive, very risky, right? I wouldn't suggest any trades to be taken at the moment for Euro AUD. USD CAD, I did an analysis yesterday. Only 4 pips away from my entry. Only 4 pips away. So it did not trigger, right? But you can't, sometimes the price doesn't give you what you want, so you just have to accept it, right? At least you didn't lose any money. You missed this trade, but you didn't lose any money, right? So it's still a win-win. So if the price comes again, then I will look for much more stronger confirmation before I place a buy entry. So for this, I'll wait out a little bit more. Okay, NZD USD. NZD USD, there's a potential buy. There's a potential buy, but there's also a conflict here, right? So if you look at this range here, this box here, right? The price came down. So if you look from the top here, right, the price came down, consolidate quite some time. It broke below, right? Broke below, retest, came crashing down again, and now it's consolidating again. And if you look here, it definitely broke below, right? Broke below, and it already retest, and it has already dumped a little bit, about 37 pips, almost 40 pips. So it has already dumped, but if we were to take a shot now, we'll have to get a solid confirmation before we short this pair. So the 1 hour is definitely the same, right? It's a break, a retest, and it came down. Okay, AUD JPY just triggered my alarm. Okay. AUD JPY, I'm looking to short at this area. And my stop loss is going to be above, on top of this high. So about 20 pips, I'll give a buffer about 25. Let's go back to NZD USD. So for NZD USD, we can short it, but I would suggest to wait at this price point here. It's not too far away. So NZD USD, I'll wait at this position here to short it, but it's just for a scalp, yeah. So I will give you guys the signal when the price reach my price point. Okay. So for USD CHF, I did this analysis yesterday as well. Okay, definitely this is just, it's not an entry because there's no confirmation yesterday when I released it. Okay, so yesterday I did mention, which is we need the price to actually take out all these lows, right? It took out, retested, came down again, right? And today this low has been taken out, but now it retraced it. It has already retraced very high up. It's still in the resistance zone. For this pair, I'm also looking to short it very, very soon. Okay. It has taken out. Okay, so if you look here, right, the price has already taken out this low. So my confirmations will be like this, right? So it's in the zone, right? And he's already taken out this low. So if you guys look closely, so I give you guys my take on my confirmation, right? So this gray box here is the zone on the 4-hour, right? So we've already seen a very solid break, which is yesterday, which I mentioned. We need the price to break this low, to take out this low, because this is the lowest price that we have yesterday, right? So it has already taken out, right? So it retraced back up and it came back all the way into the zone, right? So I'll move down to the 15-minute and eventually to the 5-minute, right? So my take will be here, right? The price has already taken out this low and this low, right? If you want to be much more conservative, then definitely you wait here, right? So if you are looking at this price here, it hasn't taken out yet. So here has already been taken out, already retested, and it came down, right? So if I were to place my entry now, it will be slightly risky, but also at the same time, it's you just want to not risk too much, yeah, not risk too much. Okay. So I'm going to place a sell position for USD CHF. Okay, I've placed it already, but it's slightly lower, so it's around here. Let me just correct it. Okay. So for this, stop loss will be a 0.87249. TP will be at 0.85771. So I'm already in this position. Okay. My entry price is 0.86864. Okay, so we're in USD CHF. So let's just wait and see how it plays out. Okay, GBP CAD. GBP CAD is definitely slowly moving up. You can look to short it around here. If you're to buy, there's a lot of supports to buy, right? There's one here, there's also one over here. You have a lot of supports, right? A breakout as well. You also have one support here, and eventually, all the way down here, there's another support. There's too much support, right? So we'll just see when the price reaches all these lines, then we'll see what reaction and what's the confirmation, and then we'll look for entries. But for me personally, I'm looking much towards here. So if we pull all the way to the left, it's definitely a breakout, right? So for GBP CAD, still far away. CAD JPY. CAD JPY. Okay, for those of you on TikTok, you can move to my stream in YouTube. Just give me a moment. So you can look on, you can go to your Telegram and just key in this link, right? Then you can go to my channel. Then you can just move to my YouTube. Yep, because I'll be ending my TikTok in a very short while more. CHF JPY. Just give me a minute. I'm trying to analyze to see what's the position for. So if you were to look for buys here, I'm just going to follow the trend for CHF JPY. Yep. So I'm going to look for buys, but at this price range here. So when the price comes in, I'll look for confirmation and then I'll place an entry. Yep. For now, I'm just adding an alert. GBP and ZD. It's at the resistance which has already left. So if you look closely, these are all the resistance, right? All the way to the left, resistance became a support, broken, became a resistance again, right? So this is a resistance. So the price comes back, then we can look for sells. GBP AUD. I've analyzed this pair yesterday as well. So if you look at this, is yesterday's price when I analyzed, but the price did not come down, right? So we can remove all this. The price instead, it went all the way up. So it also did not trigger my alert. So I'll analyze again. So if we are looking at GBP AUD, right, this zone is my sell zone, right? But there's a breakout over here, right? There's a breakout over here. So this breakout, it happened with a very solid candle closing above. Yeah, it retested and it's slowly going up. For GBP AUD, I will look for buys. I will wait at this price point here. So this price point will be where I'm waiting at. Resistance, 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 broken. Yep, it's not tested yet. So I'll be looking for buys here. GBP CHF. It's currently at the resistance, very near to the resistance. This could be also a support, right? Resistance, resistance, breakout, retest. We'll just wait for the retest and hopefully get this trade and ride all the way up to the resistance here. So a lot of pairs are still on the waiting list at the moment. Of course, you can scalp on a lower time frame, which is a 15-minute, 30-minute, right? You can look for a very aggressive entry, but I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't want to risk my money, just being thrown around like this. So Euro NZD broken resistance. The retest did not touch the line, did not tap the price here. If this one comes down, then we can look for buy. When the price comes, then we can look for buys. So basically all this, I'm just setting an alert. I'm just adding alert, so that I'll know when the price comes. Euro CAD at the moment, it's ranging just in between here. Right? You can also trade in the range. So when the price reaches the resistance, you sell it. When it reaches the support, you buy it, right? And if this were to happen, the price breaks, retest, then you can buy. Right? Same goes for here. If it breaks below, retest, then you sell. Okay, so this will be for Euro CAD. Safer bet definitely would be waiting for the price to break either the top or the bottom. Euro CHF. So I'm just trying to do all the pairs that we have, so that later we can just sum up to which pair it's having a much more closer range for us to make an entry. So for Euro CHF, it's support, broken, resistance, did not respect, became a support again, broken. This time it respected, it became a resistance down, and now it broken and it's at the support. It's at the support, so we'll see if there's an opportunity. Right, so if you're looking at the 1 hour, right, you can see that's the price is slowly moving down, right? Slowly retracing. So we don't want to get into the trade when the chart is showing us, right? So if you look at 1 hour, right? Yes, the price is currently at the support, right? But you don't make an instant entry when the price is at the support or the resistance, right? So what you see here is basically, the price is moving up, right? Price is moving up, right? And suddenly it just started to come down, right? So you wouldn't want to get into the trade when the price is doing this kind of thing, right? So what do you need is basically when what you need to get is basically when the price is moving down like this, right? You need to wait for the price to actually break this resistance or this resistance, right? So if the price breaks like this, it retests, then you can buy it, right? So what you need is basically here, this one to be broken. So when the price retests it, then you can buy. So basically I'm waiting for this confirmation, right? So if I were to buy, I'm not going to place my buy now, right? I'm just going to wait for it to break this high on the 1 hour. Right? So you can move down to the 30-minute, right? It's still the same thing. You're still seeing the same pattern, right? Because you have a higher high, you have a high, you have a low, right? You have a lower high, you have a lower low, and a lower high and a lower low, right? So what you need to have is actually a higher high instead of a lower high. So 15-minute is still the same, right? Even though at this small section here, it's still the same, it's still going down, right? So if on the 15-minute I were to place a buy, I would wait for this price to be taken up. So if the candle body close above and it retrace, then I'll place an instant entry, right? 5 minutes is still doing the same thing as well. So we just have to wait. Let's just wait on the 15 minute. I'll set an alert. We'll see if the price were to go up. If the price breaks this high, a solid candle body closing above, we wait for the retest and then we can take a buy position. Okay, Euro GBP. So Euro GBP is currently at this support. It's currently at this support. So right. So if you look closely here, the price is here, right? There's another support here and here. The price might come down to these areas here, you know, use this support to push it back up. So I'll just place a horizontal line so that I'll know. I'm expecting for price to actually break this, to take out this low and, you know, eventually comes to this price point, then I'll take a buy. Right, so everyone has their own analysis, you know, you look at the chart your way, right? So I have my way of looking at it. So this is how I'm looking at it, and this is what I'm expecting from this pair to give me. AUD and ZD. Same for the 4 hour. Currently you are at the resistance. So if you pull to your left, definitely a support being taken out, did not respect, you know, respected again and broken, and then it respected, right? So now we are at this resistance, very near to the price. Yeah, I'll be much more conservative for this pair. I'm waiting for this low to be taken out, then I'll place my entry when it retests. CAD, CHF. The same thing, it's at the resistance now, right? Because these are, so if you look here, price came down, retrace, came down, consolidate, broke below, consolidate, and slowly retracing back up, right? So it could have, it could reach all the way to this top here. It could reach here, right? So if you were to look, this is support, right? Price came, there's no direction, didn't know what to do, and then suddenly break below and respected this zone for multiple times, right? The price is not there yet, so when the price comes again, then we will look for sells here. AUD CHF is also very similar. The only difference is that the price is already at the zone. Same thing, this area did not respect, right? It just go in and out, but here it's respecting quite a bit. So on the 15-minute, you want to see some kind of structure over here, you know, maybe something like this, break below, comes back, then you short it. Right, so you want to see something like this around here. So you're going to give it time, because one candle is 15 minutes, because this is a 15-minute time frame. Right, so one candle is a 15-minute movement. So you need a few candles to actually develop it. So just wait for it, and if let's say if the price were to break below here, all this, yeah, then we can look for potential sell. Okay, NZD CHF, it's in the range here. So like I mentioned, I don't really trade prices when they are like this, right? So it's not recommended. You wouldn't know whether the price is going to go down or go up, right? It could have just moved all the way up or all the way down as it want, right? So you just wait for the price to break either the high or the lows. When there's a breakout, you wait for a pullback, a retracement, and then only you place a position. NZD CAD. These are all supports, right? Resistance taken out, retested, went all the way up. You want to short this? Yes, you can, but wait for the price to comes back, then we sell. AUD CAD is also very similar. Yeah, it's near the zone, same as NZD CHF. You would want a structure here. Basically, you have a structure here already, actually. Just give me a minute. Have a structure here. Right. Okay. And actually, yeah, slightly aggressive. But we can take this trade. But I'm minimizing my risk by half. So I'm in a position for AUD CAD, right? I'm in a position for AUD CAD. Okay. This is my entry for AUD CAD. Yeah. Okay. Minimize your risk if you were to get into this trade. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the other pair. Euro JPY. It's an uptrend. And what do we have here? It's this range. I'm looking to buy, but at this zone. This zone here. I'm looking to buy here, so we'll just wait. Yep, so that's it for all the pairs. I've tried my best to do whatever pairs that we have. I've also done on gold, but for gold we are on a waiting game. Nowhere near the price that we want. it was about 10 pips away from my zone, 20 pips actually, 20 pips away from my zone, but came crashing down again. Uh, for gold, it's gonna be waiting game because it's nowhere. There's no direction for gold actually right now, right? It's just stuck in the middle like yesterday. Yeah. So if you're on USD CHF, you are currently in very minor profits. Okay. AUD CAD, we are still very slightly floating in negative. Yeah. So we'll see how it plays out. Okay. Is there any pairs that you guys would like me to take a look at? Is there any pairs that you guys would like me to look at? So for these two entry, USD CHF and also AUD CAD, if you guys are in, make sure to monitor it because it's a sell position. So before the market close, I would definitely break even my position when it's in profits, right? But if let's say it's still not in profits, then I'll just let the trade be as it is, and just see tomorrow what happens to it, because the spread during midnight, right, the spread when the market closes, the spread will always be slightly bigger than the usual. So just monitor your position. Yeah. Let's take a look at gold to see if, right, so a lot of people actually love to trade gold, right? But they does it in a smaller time frame, right? They always scalp, right? So like this is a resistance, right? Price comes, they short it, right? The price comes, they buy it. But it's always a very risky move. I wouldn't suggest it because I've been in that path before. I've done it before. I lost a lot as well. So it's not something that I would recommend for you guys to do. Right, so if this price were to come down here, this is a support, right? Then yes, then we buy. Because if you were to look at the hour 1 and also the hour 4, it's a very solid support area. But like I said, I'm expecting the price to actually break below, do a retest, and then I'll sell it here. I'll sell it here when the price does a retest. Any questions that you guys have that you guys would like to ask, or any pairs that I did just now that you guys don't understand, you want me to redo it again, can just let me know. Can just type in the chat. Today there's no news, right? But tomorrow we have a very heavy day for news. In the morning you have New Zealand CPI. In the evening you have a Euro PMI, and of course at night you have the Canadian and also the US dollar pair that will have more more news. So basically it's like for the Canadian it's the overnight rate, right? It's basically the interest rate. So for USD it's just manufacturing and also services PMI. So tomorrow we will try to avoid the CAD pair and also the USD pair during the night. Our live will still be on daily. Okay, so for those of you that's not in the channel, in my Telegram channel, there's the link in my YouTube, right? So just click on it, just join my channel, it's for free. We don't charge you a single cent. Yeah, and we have much more signals there, education and any updates we'll also have it there in the group. Okay, so for AUD CAD we are up just a very tiny profits. I mean, I'm not going to update this as well. It's only what we are only running in 2 pip. USD CHF we are floating again, so we'll just see and wait and see how this plays out. Okay, so for my TikTok I'm gonna off my live now for TikTok. So you can actually go to my Telegram. Just give me a minute. Pasted my link just now, but I couldn't find it. Not sure where my link went. Okay, so this is my Telegram. Right, those on you on TikTok, you can just go to your Telegram, just type this in, right? Then you can actually get my Telegram channel. You can just join and we will do our live on YouTube. Yep, so make sure you guys join and don't miss out on the opportunity that we are providing for you guys. Yep, sooner or later we will have a much more bigger opportunity for all of you. So we'll see if see how much of you guys are interested, and then we'll let you know on what we have in mind. Yep, so I think that's it for today. Tomorrow we'll do a live again. I will update you guys on what time I'll be going live. So like I mentioned, for these two pair, USD CHF, make sure you guys monitor, and also for AUD CAD. Yeah. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you for joining. Yep. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.